Good afternoon, Dr. Sheila May Nunes, and to our co-masterants.
I am Rhea V. Torres.
And I am Dina C. Ludonia. And we are the reporters for today. Today, we will talk about reading and writing.
So what is reading?
Reading is the process of looking at a series of written symbols and getting meaning from them. When we read, we use our eyes to receive symbols like letters, punctuation marks, and spaces. And we use our brain to convert them into words, sentences, and paragraphs that communicate something to us.
Why is reading important? So why is reading important exactly? What's all this talk and excitement really about? There's plenty of reasons why reading is a beneficial practice. First, we have
reading expands the mind. For starters, reading helps to expand the mind and give us more ideas. Reading has been proven to keep our minds young, healthy, and sharp, with studies showing that reading can help prevent Alzheimer's disease.
reading also develops the imagination and allow us to dream and think in ways that we would never have been able to do before. Next, we have reading allows for creative thinking.
Reading can inspire you when you are feeling bored, down, or in rut. It can help you that very needed pick me up without having to search too far for it.
Reading helps get the creative side of your brain thinking, unlike television that really does not use much creative brain power. Next, we have reading helps improve concentration.
Reading can train our mind how to focus properly, which is invaluable in nearly everything we do on daily basis. Whether it be as we study or even in our careers and in our personal relationships, we could all benefit from practicing our concentration skills.
Reading takes us out of that multitasking mindset that are constantly in it. It allows us to really focus on one single thing that we are doing and be fully present in it. This focus can allow us to be successful in other parts of our lives, such as on job. Those who are capable of focusing for longer about periods of time can get more done and be more efficient, which can mean working less overall hours or being seen as a more valuable worker. So why should you be a bookworm? One top of all the major reasons why reading is important, such as the fact that it expands the mind, allows for creative thinking, and helps improve concentration, there are also many other reasons as to why you should be a bookworm. First, we have reading can give you a greater perspective.
It allows for a greater perspective on the world and on us. Reading can take us outside of our closed-off bubble, allowing us to see a different view on the world, one outside of the room.
Reading is a chance to live through the lives of others without stepping outside of our comfort zones, or even traveling anywhere else. It's a chance to live another life without even leaving your home. It will transport our imagination to places we've never been before and perhaps never even know we existed. Next, we have reading can help you distress. Many of us have a lot of things stressing out in our busy and hectic lives, and we are always looking for new, concentrate ways to deal with these anxieties. Believe it or not, reading can actually help you distress.
Reading is the ideal way to relax and calm those anxious nerves that are constantly at work.
In fact, a recent study found that there are mere 6 minutes of reading was shown to reduce muscle tension and slow down the heart rates of readers as well. Next, we have reading can provide a sense of belonging.
Reading can really provide a sense of belonging, giving us a sense of hope during tough times, reminding us that we are not alone. Reading about others who also went through a hard time and managed to face their challenges can serve as real inspiration.
Reading is a great conversation starter.
Reading provides you with a great deal of new information and can connect people from all over the world.
Next, we have reading helps your vocabulary.
Saying new words out loud helps you better recall them and pick them up, making these new words part of your own daily vocabulary.
Those with a higher vocabulary are considered to be more intelligent and are often taken more seriously in a work setting, which can open up a better career opportunities. The 5 most effective strategies for reading. First, we have graphic organizers as teaching strategies.
Graphic organizers are incredible teaching tools that have been used in classroom for decades. Even before all the new fancy organizers, teachers would ask their students to fold their papers in half and use the two sides to compare and contrast content.
Incorporating technology.
Technology has become such an integral part of our lives that it would seem like a disadvantage not to use it as a reading strategy in the classroom. Aside from the obvious choice of utilizing a tablet so students can read and play games within the apps, there are many other pieces of technology that can help students excel of reading.
There are websites like pbkids.org which offers a variety of different reading games with characters that students are familiar with. Also, we have Seussville.com that offers students interactive games that bring the Dr. Seuss characters to life. Third, we have activating prior knowledge. As you know, when you get your students to connect what they are learning to something that they already know, there is a better chance that they will understand it better and remember it longer. To help activate your students' prior knowledge, try asking them a few questions like,
What event in your life does this text remind you of?
how can you connect the text to something that happened in the past?
Do any of these characters remind you of anyone you know?
Does this topic remind you of anything or something or sound familiar to you? First, we have using a word wall.
A word wall is much more than just a classroom display. It's an effective strategy that can help promote literacy for primary learners.
Teachers not only use them to help enhance the classroom curriculum but to provide students with reference and support, to teach essential language skills, and to help students learn sight words and patterns. Besides, being a direct visual that students can reference throughout the day, teachers use word walls by incorporating various activities. Here are a few favorites.
I am thinking of a word.
Start with the phrase, I am thinking of a word that. Then give your student clues as to what word you are thinking of. Students must use your clues to determine what word you are thinking of from the word wall.
Tell a shape.
For this activity, the teachers would dictate several words from the word wall. When saying a word, the teachers would orally clap or snap for each word that he or she says. Then, the teachers would select a shape, a heart, circle, or a square, and have students draw this shape on their paper and write the words that were dictated from the word wall repeatedly around the shape.
The hot seat.
One student is chosen to pick a word for the word wall. Then the other students in the class ask the students questions to try and figure out the word. Next, we have the student choice.
One of the best reading strategies that you can choose for your student is the ability for them to have a choice in what they read. This is the most effective strategy to get your students to want to read. Let's move forward to writing.
So what is writing?
Writing is one of the important skills in communication.
It is a process where symbols have to be arranged according to a certain conventions to form words and words to be arranged to form sentences.
It involves encoding of a message in which we translate our thoughts into language. Why writing is important?
Writing aims to capture a thought or idea, to transfer it to a permanent format, making it tangible.
The responsibility for the transfer falling squarely on the writer's shoulder.
If communication is the ultimate goal, write for your audience, not for personal style.
Writing has to be much clearer than spoken language because it lacks these assisting cues.
Great care is required to ensure that your message is accurately interpreted by its audience.
Types of writing.
Emails.
Letter and memos.
Free writing.
Easy writing.
Independent writing.
Narrative writing.
Expository writing.
And persuasive emails.
It is fast, convenient, and easy.
It is now the dominant method of communicating in business.
Convenient for communication with people in different places and different zones.
Easier to communicate with people who understand written English but don't speak it well.
Excellent mechanism for follow-up or action items after a meeting.
Letters and memos.
These are the basic vehicle of business communication.
These should be brief and make a single point, not more than 2 pages.
Letters are for external communications.
Memos are for internal communications. Free writing.
It is a pre-writing technique in which a person writes continuously for a set period of time without regard to spelling, grammar, or topic.
It produces raw, often unusable material, but helps writers overcome blocks of empathy and self-criticism. Easy writing.
Sentences containing verbals.
Sentences using present and past participles in phrases.
A positive construction.
Sentences using semicolons for more intricate formats.
Sentences containing relative clauses.
Sentences using subordinate clauses.
Reproducible worksheets.
Independent writing.
It is a time when children write by themselves.
Texts that they write need to be familiar and clearly arise from what has been demonstrated in modeled writing and composed in guided writing. Narrative writing.
It is a story writing.
A piece of writing characterized by a main character in a setting who encounters a problem or engage in an interesting, significant, or entertaining activity or experience.
What happens to this main character is called the plot.
Expository writing.
Writing that seeks to explain, illuminate, or expose.
It includes essays, newspaper and magazine articles, instructional manuals, textbooks, encyclopedia articles, and other forms of writing, so long as they seek to explain. Persuasive writing.
Writing intends to convince readers to believe in an idea or opinion and to do an action.
Writing process.
Pre-writing,
Writing,
revision,
editing.
to publishing.
What is free writing?
Find your
Build on your idea.
plan and structure.
Writing.
Now you have your plan and you're ready to start writing.
Forget about word count and grammar. Revision.
A is to add,
R. Rearrange.
R remove,
R. Replace. Editing.
check your repetition, clarity, grammar, spelling, and punctuation.
Publishing.
Publication may extend to a multimedia presentation or lead to a public performance.
Strategies to improve writing.
Scribbling,
Drawing lines.
construct and deconstruct words.
Dot writing.
Dictation,
Copying. How to improve students' writing.
students how to hold pen or pencil.
Encourage students to write with pencil at early stages.
Scribbling and drawing lines, shapes, and pictures are the first step towards writing.
Dictation frequently at earlier stage.
Drawing should be encouraged by providing time and materials as soon as children are old enough to hold a crayon.
Give children ample opportunity to scribble, pretend writing. This helps them develop an appreciation for writing. These are 6 top strategies to improve writing skills in high school.
First, motivate students' top quality content.
The students must be encouraged to improve their skill of writing.
Second, understand the mindset of student.
Every student has a mindset and the instructions should be given accordingly.
Third, significant practice is related to performance.
The student must be inspired for practicing regularly and this will enhance their grade.
Fourth, the students need guidance and the teachers must always guide them at every step.
Fifth, offer valuable feedback.
The feedback is important and the student has to rectify himself or herself as per feedback.
Sixth, encourage students in reading books.
The students should be motivated to read books regularly.
The link between reading and writing.
Students who read,
Write better.
students who write.
Read more. Before we will end our report, let us reflect in this quote by John Cheever.
I can't write without a reader.
It's precisely like a kiss. You can't do it alone. Thank you for watching.